Asian.
I'm trying to think when it's convenient to be classified as Asian and when it's convenient to not be classified
Yes.
as Asian. I'm trying to think.
Exactly.
Yes. Whenever
If it's gonna
convenient.
benefit me, I
Yeah.
would love to
Okay,
be classified
I'm
as
Asian.
Filipino. I'm Asian. But if this person doesn't like Filipinos, or for example Asian, no, I'm not Asian. I'm Filipino.
Yes. Have you noticed?
If they start generalizing, let's
yeah,
say
if they talk about
Chinese,
if they
Oh,
start
good thing I'm
talking about
Filipino.
eating dogs.
eating dog. Oh, we don't eat dog. We're Filipino.
That's not us. That's what I say. That's not us.
Only when we're drunk.
like that. My
Or
family, at least.
or I tell them we don't eat dogs knowingly.
Just to be clear, I'm not hating. I was just baffled and surprised
Pussy.
on how she became this big
well,
with her
yeah,
content. Cause
It-
like I was hoping for something that's gonna catch my attention. So we were scrolling around like
If
I can't watch it.
he's gonna say it didn't catch his attention, but he gets it. So, what are we gonna name this shit? It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. Another episode from your boys. You got OCP working the ones and twos. You got Edmund here,
You got me 2x
and stick with us for another hour
or two.
or two, or in between.
Yeah,
Stick with us.
an hour and a
for-
half. Like most of the time, it's an hour and a half.
Mostly, I try to keep it an hour and
Yeah.
a half. Anyways, stick with us for another session of pointless internet discussion
Or
trivia
life,
that you'll
or
never
lifestyle.
need.
or pointless lifestyle discussion that happens in the internet.
Yeah.
So
Talking about style, you guys, the two of you look stylish today.
I had to like go
That's
through.
only the haircut.
I had to like go through the thumbnails just to see have I repeated like any clothes.
You know, like this is the first time I've worn this shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
this is from my in-laws.
Mhm.
Like a shout out to my in-laws.
yeah, you look
It's a tie
summer.
dye.
Oh,
Like summer is in.
Have you
summer or
Summer, I think.
hippie? Okay. Well,
it
because for me, I
shows-
associate
okay.
I associate tie dyes more with hippies.
Really?
Like you're gonna do this.
pretty
Like
sure
long hair and the glasses
Yeah.
and bandana here. Maybe I should put a bandana. Those colorful glasses.
Yeah.
pretty sure that Mao Zedong common guy misses
My outfit.
your fit
Mm.
from
The
few
comment got
episodes
to
ago.
him, hey.
yeah, he evolved from from a what's it called, social worker to
He's,
a freedom
he's a social worker.
socialist worker. Is that
Socialist
the pro-
worker.
which was the proper term?
He's not a
Socialist
comrade.
leader.
He's not a comrade anymore.
Yeah, Comrade,
He's all about
Aye.
peace and love.
you're
now.
free from the gulags.
It's all about peace and love.
Peace and love, yo.
Yeah. Anyways, so I wanted to talk to you about how we are perceived as our ethnicity. So facts. Let's
Yeah.
start with facts. Facts are we are geographically Asian.
In Asia.
We are in Asia. To be specific, Southeast Asia.
Yes, sir.
But feelings wise,
Or look wise.
look wise, well, that's part of the feel. You see,
Yeah.
I don't adhere
Yeah, that
to
you're
us
Asian.
being Asians. Like sometimes I do, sometimes mostly not. Especially now that we're here in North America.
Yeah, there's a lot of debates because some people are saying we're Pacific Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really Pacific Islanders?
We are in the Pacific
Ocean?
Ocean,
And
but
there's a bunch of islands there, but
if we're gonna talk about who counts
Like
as
the
Pacific
culture.
Islanders, not really.
yeah,
Tongans,
Samoans.
Samoans, what else are
The
under
Y-
Pacific?
Like,
we kind of look the part.
if the Spanish didn't invade the Philippines, maybe you think we're gonna be classified as Pacific Islanders,
I don't think
or is
so.
it
I'd
still gonna
still
be the same?
no. We'd look more like not Malaysians. I think more like Malaysians.
Indonesians, Malaysians,
Malaysians and Indonesians. I think we'd look more
but they're
like that.
Asians too, right?
Well, they are, but Indonesians and Malaysians they can still be counted looks wise. Some of them won't pass, but most of them
We'll
would
pass
still
the test.
pass. Yeah. They're more on the brown spectrum of the color palette.
What characteristics will fall as Asians though? Like in your opinion.
They've got fairer skin than us.
Okay.
They've got less rounder eyes.
Is
Less
that the
rounder.
politically correct term?
Not politically correct,
Did
but
they have eyes that can barely open?
yes. They have single eyelids. They have their monolids mostly.
Okay.
I'm not sure actually.
Like which one's the better characteristic of a person? Double eyelid or single eyelid?
Well,
Am I double eyelid?
we are most
Like we're mostly double eyelid,
yeah.
right?
And I think Koreans they still
do
undergo
the operation to get double
the eyelid
eyelids.
surgery.
Mm.
Whereas they're like in Asian terms, they're like the standard for beauty. But they
Yeah.
still opt to get the double eyelids. I'd say so. Ask a Westerner who
Like
they
what's
think are Asian. They're gonna go East Asians.
the Chinese,
Chinese, Japanese, Korean.
Korean? Yeah.
And for them it's all gonna be mixed up.
Yeah.
Like they can mess up a Japanese as a Chinese person and they can mess up like a Korean as a Japanese or whatever. There's still some
Yeah,
distinct
but they know if they're Filipinos
yes.
or Thai or Cambodian
Like
or Indonesian.
those ones you
Like
mentioned.
without hearing them talk. Because like once we talk, they have an idea that we're Filipinos, I think.
I think I'm not sure if they've been conquered by Genghis Khan
Who?
as the other Southeast
Southeast
Asian
Asian?
country.
But
Because they
there's
still
a-
have the features of most of them.
Mongolians?
Yes, most of those other Southeast Asian countries that we mentioned, there are neighbors, right? Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, even Singapore. They still have that hint of East Asia.
Even Singapore, they have East Asian look.
Yeah,
They don't look like Chinese. Because I thought they're Chinese too. The Singapore.
that's what I
The
mean.
Singaporeans.
They
I-
can pass as Chinese.
Oh, okay.
And I
Unlike
know,
us.
and I know Singaporeans hate being called
Yeah, classified as Chinese.
classified
Yes.
as Chinese
Because they want to be classified as Singaporeans.
Yeah, I think they
Yes.
have like there's Mandarin, but there's a different
Like
version
Cantonese,
of
right?
Is it
There's
Cantonese?
still also Fukien, right?
I'm not quite sure.
So there's Mandarin.
Our
there's-
Singaporean viewers, tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Do we have Singaporean
Educate
viewers?
us.
So yeah, that's what I mean. Like if there's a Singaporean or Thai or Malaysian or Vietnamese or Cambodian, ask if that person's gonna ask like a Westerner. What kind of
So-
Asian do you think I am?
So
Well,
anything?
I don't know, Chinese, Japanese,
Yeah.
Korean. That's what they're gonna say. Cause they'd still pass. Unlike us, we're not gonna pass as
As
We're-
Chinese.
we're ambiguously Asian.
Yeah.
Yes, we are, but not really in their eyes. Even East Indians, Sri Lankans, or Bangladeshis, they won't look at them as Asian.
Asians. I was
Right.
asking you that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Are they Asians?
South,
South Asians, yeah.
even
Na-
say the Saudis.
The
That's still
Saudis?
middle. That's
Or
still
Sudanese.
no. That's Africa.
Okay.
Like the
Like
Saudis,
are they
Middle
Asian
East,
too?
Middle East Asia.
They're still in Asia?
Yeah.
I suck at geography, man.
So there's this running thing now in the West. Remember when we were younger, we'd get them mixed up, right? East Indians and the Arabs.
Yeah.
We'd get them mixed up. Now there's like one question they're gonna ask. Are you 9/11 or 7/11? Yeah, they ask
Really?
that now, yeah.
Who's asking that?
Whoever's confused, are you a
Oh.
7/11 or a 9/11?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Just to answer your
Very offensive
Genghis
though.
Khan question, anything below Tibet and China. Well, Genghis Khan, that didn't reach them.
Okay. But do you agree with me that those neighbors of ours in Southeast Asia have this hint of East Asian
Yeah,
in
they
them,
do.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they'd still pass as
The
Asian.
jawline, that's the difference maker for me. They have a squarer jawline. I don't know if you noticed that.
I heard Japanese have square
Really?
jawlines. Like among the three, like
Okay.
among those go-tos for East Asia, they
Mm.
have a square
I find
jawline.
that the like the countries that the Mongols have
Mhm.
invaded, they have a
Jawlines.
square jawline, a square
Mm.
face.
I
But
think, I think the Mongols never properly conquered Japan. They can't because of hurricanes.
I wasn't it wasn't it because of the Mongols that's why the Great Wall of China was built to keep them
Yes.
out, right? That's what
Yes, I
that's
think
what
so.
Yes.
I know.
But not quite. It's an unproven theory, but I don't know which dynasty what it was it.
Mhm.
But they're like they wanna be this dynasty. It's like we're gonna build something big, and they ended up not finishing it. Because if you think about the Great Wall of China, it
It's
only
unfinished?
blocks. Yeah, it only blocks like the northern part of China.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that part at the end where it's meeting the ocean, and you just have to use a boat, and you're gonna be in China already. I saw
Okay.
that picture.
Okay.
But it is a nice feat to have that you have this wall.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be easier too. So that way you only have like a few ways for invaders to conquer you.
Yes. And it's
So
a
it's still
bigger
gonna be useful, and it is still intimidating.
siege. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to invest more time and effort and resources to get over the wall.
But
Yeah.
I wonder how much resources, manpower China used,
To get
yeah, to
The-
build that
yeah.
wall.
It's the equivalent of the pyramid where there's a lot of corpses in that wall that died there during
Yeah.
its construction.
For sure, can
That-
see that.
That's one reason why I'm kind of baffled that Trump doesn't like China.
And you want to build a wall too.
Yeah. He could have asked for tips.
Yeah, or get manpower from China to build that wall.
He wants to give jobs to Americans.
Yeah, which do you think Americans will do that job?
Well,
They're just gonna hire Mexicans too to do that.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that news with? Is it what's her
Yes.
first name? I know Guo. Alice, right?
Guo. Yeah.
Alice Guo.
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I'm biased. I'd wanna be westernized more than China-iced.
Oh,
I don't. You know who paved the way?
who?
GMA.
Oh,
You know who solidified the highway to get to that point?
GMA too?
No. She paved the way.
Yeah. Duterte?
Yeah. Yeah, that's her.
So maybe you can explain what's circling along.
So, yeah,
around this Alice
apparently-
Wood person.
This has been like the CCP playbook. CCP meaning communist Chinese Communist Party.
Chinese Communist Party, yeah.
And they've been planting like
Moles.
Chinese nationals to
the Philippines,
influence key points. Like say
in
Philippines.
the Philippines, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Philippines is one of them. Apparently they've been buying land in Africa
I think everywhere,
everywhere.
even in
They've
North
been
America.
they've been doing this they've been doing it by economic warfare. That's what they've been
Like the
doing pretty
gambling
much.
ring too, right?
Not just that, they've been like dishing out loans. That
Oh
don't-
yeah.
Like they look favorable in
To
the
other
beginning,
countries, yeah.
but like the payback for it is they're gonna be able to influence their diplomatic
Oh, the
diplomatic
diplomatic
strategies. Yes.
the decision makings.
Well, but what do I know?
Yeah. But
Fine.
still, right? It's very weird that
Yes.
she's sitting as a mayor.
Yes.
Meanwhile, she's not a Filipino citizen.
Well,
Allegedly.
apparently she is now.
She is now?
Yeah.
How did that
Like
happen?
there's ways to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because she can't even remember what her past is.
Yeah. They could have like built a better story for it.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Could
that's
have
so
prepared.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember.
And now apparently, the sitting president is pushing back because he's trying to side more with the U.S.
Okay.
That's why
see.
there's a rift between him and his
The-
ally before, which is the Duterte camp.
Yeah. And that's the vice president, right?
Yes.
The Duterte
But
camp.
now they're having a rift. And like their whole shtick before for the elections was unity. But now they're
Yeah.
starting to
to build the wall.
branch off.
They're
Yeah.
starting to build the wall.
And apparently, like Duterte's war on drugs before was pretty much like a transfer of power.
Like what do you mean?
Like they've been hard on their competitors, but
Okay.
then their allies are the ones starting to gain power.
Okay.
Yes. Apparently.
But yeah, like I'm surprised that that she is now a Filipino citizen all of a sudden.
Alice Guo. And I've
Crazy.
been meaning to like watch some interviews. They said her Tagalog is like iffy at most.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what do you expect, right?
Yeah. Which makes it more evident.
Yeah.
So
But this just shows how bad our politics is. Right?
to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
That's what it is. To the highest bidder.
Twice the democracy podcast.
If ever you're gonna be able to like immigrate again, would you go west or east?
Like if I'm staying in the Philippines
Yeah.
and then I have the chance to immigrate to east or west, I'll go to the west.
Still west.
Still west. Like what's the options at east?
Japan, China, like anywhere.
Like
Oh.
those are really hard to get
They
into
don't have
anyway.
this. They don't have a pathway to
Yeah, there's
citizenship.
no
But
pathway
say there's
anyways.
nothing like that. Let's say they have these ways like here in the west.
I'm still gonna go to the west
To the
because
west?
I feel like if I go to the east, like no offense, I just know how Filipinos operate and other countries around us that I'm gonna be a second class citizen. I know here I'm a second class citizen too, but it's not really that evident when they're doing some racist shit to me. But
Mm,
in those countries, they're gonna be upfront and gonna be racist with me, and it's gonna be harder to develop myself as a citizen.
that's why I never minded like not being recognized as Asian. I'm good with like, oh, you're Filipino. Okay. You're not Asian. You're Filipino. Okay.
I felt that when we were in Hawaii. When you go to like the major stores, quote unquote,
Mhm.
if you don't look super Asian, you're the least person to be
Get to be
prioritized.
served. Yeah.
Who looks down on you? Who looked down on you guys? Asians or
My fellow Asians.
the fellow Asians. Because, Waikiki is an Asian dominated
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Mixed
why I
there,
never.
yeah.
it's the business there is Asian dominated.
Japanese. There's lots of Japanese there
So
too.
that's
Japanese.
why. And then especially if you hear like Asian people talking about how they were raised. Yeah, sure. We're in the middle of they're strict with our grades too or whatnot, but there's a longer leash with us.
Yeah.
And then you'll hear Asian households, they push their kids to know how to play the piano, know how to
The ballet.
do the ballet. They
Like,
have this
You need to have like this co-curricular activities.
and you're
outside
gonna
of
have to
school.
excel in
Yeah.
it.
Or are those the richer families that you're talking about?
Even with Asians who got to move here like early here in the West, they still push that even though they're not super rich.
Because here it's more accessible.
Yes. But still, it's like instilled in them that
Yeah, you're
you're
right.
gonna have
You're
to
right.
excel with something. Our parents do that too, but mostly because they've put a lot of effort. Well, not saying the Asian households like their parents didn't put too much effort, but they're harder with
Yeah.
pushing excellence in their kids. Whereas us, I think we're mostly raised as foot soldiers. We're mostly raised to be a cog in the machine.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, you can see it as a downside. Maybe. But that's another difference
Yeah,
with us.
that's a different story. That's a different argument.
Like, but I'd say we've got more fun
Growing
family
up.
parties.
Yes. Like that maybe that's why Filipinos are considered fun people
Yes, we
because of
smile
how
more.
we smile
I'd
more.
say
We're more relaxed.
that's like one consensus with, like, you ask Westerners what do you think of Filipinos. Oh, they're generally happy.
Yeah.
Always
We're hospitable,
hospitable.
fun.
Yeah, that's always one thing that we get.
Yeah.
I was about to say when we were Hawaii, the locals loved us.
Filipinos?
The locals. So
Well, what's local in Hawaii?
The real Pacific Islanders.
basically,
Like
yeah.
those- oh, okay.
Yeah. So by
Polynesians.
locals, I mean the actual, I guess, Polynesian Hawaiians
Yes.
and
Samoans,
Samoans,
Tongans.
Tongans.
or the Kapenis, which are
Or the
basically-
Ilocanos.
What?
Yeah, was it Kapeni, like the Japanese that were
Oh.
born and raised
All I heard
there?
was pennies.
You'd see it's actually what's the word? A bizarre experience where you see like an extremely Japanese/Asian looking person, and they have this. It's a Samoan accent, like racist, but they have this really Polynesian accent.
Okay.
That's weird that they have that you're gonna be getting a Polynesian accent because I think there's less Polynesian or like those Aboriginals in Hawaii now, right? Because there's more immigrants now.
Maybe
in
you're
Hawaii.
mixing up.
There's so many Ilocanos there. There's so many Japanese. There's so many.
Well,
right?
you adapt whatever accent you grow up with anyways. There's this one video of this kid who he's an expat.
Okay.
He's white. But if he speaks English or speaks with his peers, he's gonna do the Singaporean accent.
Oh, and he's in
Try
Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that guy in that game show that you sent us.
He chose. He studied.
Yeah.
He
Well,
didn't
he
grow
said
up-
that he studied 50 languages too.
Yes. But he can speak like
English too. Like,
Western English.
oh, okay.
But if he's gonna converse with
With the locals
with
or
the
like with
locals,
his peers.
he has to do that. I asked
Mhm.
my sister-in-law who studied in Australia and also our buddy from New Zealand. I asked them, you really need to adapt the accent so you can get
Like
understood
service.
better. Better service.
Better service. Because here, even though we're not actually practicing to copy the accent, it flows automatically, right? The A now. I know that you're Batangueño, but
We don't really do ala eh.
ala
Nobody really does ala eh.
ala
That's one thing I hated the most. Oh, you're Batangueño, ala eh.
ala
ala eh.
eh.
We
Ano
don't
ka?
really do that. Or them. They don't. I never heard my mom or dad do that.
Blame who's that comedian?
Uh,
Ala eh.
Leo Martinez.
Yeah, Leo Martinez is the one that
I
popularized it.
never heard my cousins speak like that. Ever. Like ala eh.
Ala
They
eh.
never did that.
So when you're in family gatherings, you don't go full Batangueño.
Well, you're
No,
still
if I go-
Caviteño.
if we go to Batangas, I slip. Unnoticeably. I slip. And then I noticed this when I was still working at the warehouse.
Are there lots of Batangueño? Yeah, there is.
When I'm speaking to a Batangueño, I'm gonna unconsciously copy his accent.
Oh yeah, actually, I
But
can
if-
remember,
if
I
I'm gonna
remember
s-
hearing.
Speak to a Caviteño, I'm gonna slip into that accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most people, they don't really know that there's a Caviteño accent.
Really?
you know
Up
what was,
until
you know
up
what
until
was,
this is
is a
how
Caviteño.
this is how the Caviteño accent is. Like, I'm talking to a cousin of mine. I was telling her about the Caviteño accent. You don't hear it. I told her, you don't hear it. Your dad speaks like this. I'm gonna speak normal Tagalog. And then this is how your dad's going to say it. Oh yeah, I never noticed. That's what they're gonna say.
I was
So,
about to say if 2X remembers that one time our oldest nephew went home to the Philippines. He was, I guess, 10 or 11 years old. When he came back, he was full-blown Caviteño.
Yeah.
Like, he can speak Tagalog, right?
yeah.
But when he went home and came back, he was just full-blown
Mm.
Caviteño. It's like, that's what 1 month or 5 weeks
Yeah,
can
that's
do
And-
to you.
1 month.
And like in our town, it's not even that deep yet. There's still
No.
some rural
You need to
places
go
that
to
are.
Anabu. Anabu is kind of
Yeah.
harder with their
Yeah, I
Cavite
know, but
accent.
There's still gonna be some rural provinces which are gonna have thicker accents.
Oh, okay,
right?
gotcha,
Like
yeah.
the farmlands,
Yeah.
the deeper farmlands, they still have this thicker accent. than us.
I think us too is how we talk, because we like Caviteños, we tend to
Get
to
loud.
Speak
speak a
loud.
lot
Yeah.
like louder and
Apparently,
harder.
We always sound mad.
Yeah.
That's my wife all the time telling me, and then I would tell her, "Have you heard yourself when you're in your parents' house?"
No, because like I said, accent is contagious, right? If you're
Yes.
talking to someone with an accent, especially if you belong to that same group in the Philippines,
Yeah.
or same rural area,
You slip in and
yeah,
slip
you
out.
slip into that
Yep.
because that's your mother tongue, or is that considered mother tongue? Because mother tongue is our Filipino or
Tagalog.
Tagalog,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
But yeah, like I remember whenever we're all talking together, like me and my brothers,
Mhm.
like we tend to be really loud, especially when we're drinking,
Mhm.
without
Yeah.
us knowing,
Yeah.
and we just make fun of it too, because like our wives know,
Yeah.
or they talk about that. But your wife, it's really hard to like you. I wouldn't be able to tell that she's from Batangas.
Did you grow up here?
No, she grew up in the Philippines.
What
Same
year did she
situation.
move here?
Same situation.
Teens?
Yeah, 15.
Ah, okay.
But
Something like
still,
Mhm.
that's a lot of people is still gonna be getting the.
Yeah,
The accent,
it's
but
fun to
she's-
see her transform sometimes. So
Have
she'll-
you? Oh, so when she's talking to her family,
yeah,
she
she's full,
goes full blown
yeah, she's
Batangueño.
full
Mhm.
blown Batangueño. Like, she's like a whole
She becomes a
different
man.
person.
She becomes a Batangueño, not a
Yeah.
Batangueña.
Batangueño.
She'll have like, she'll wear her farmer's hat and then ride her the kalabaw and go
Ganre?
into the sunset.
Ganre, ano ga?
Like, look at this guy. Just the whole province of Batangas.
Oh,
We're-
like calling
We're
all
Carabao
Batangueños
riders too.
All
Like,
the-
it's not just Batangueños who do
Well,
that.
no, I'm talking about you go back into like,
Ah,
your,
okay.
your
Like
farmer
coconut
states.
tree climbers.
Yeah, we're pretty much the same. We're like really close cousins.
Yeah.
So
I think Batangueños and Caviteños we get along well. Right? What do you think?
South Luzon
South Luzon, right?
they get along well. Batangas, Cavite, and Laguna.
Laguna.
What's
How about Quezon?
that? Them two.
Yeah.
I just find it weird that like say you see some Filipinos or North American born Filipinos. I've never seen them talking about norms in Southern Luzon. It's always Ilocos. It's always Ilocanos.
Here?
Each and anywhere near
Anywhere?
North America.
Oh.
Like every time it's going to be Ilocanos.
Are there more Ilocanos that left the Philippines?
Feels like it.
statistically?
I don't know, but feels like it. Like every time, like say King, I remember his name now, King Kenny Slay,
What's that?
Oh,
the TikTok guy, who's
Is Ilocano?
he's Ilocano. Like there's, like say Bretman Rock,
He's Ilocano too?
think so,
But he's from Hawaii.
but he is from
He's originally from, or
mm,
is he born in
like
Hawaii?
his
Like
like
his
his-
heritage.
his heritage as a Filipino is as an Ilocano. I think even Bella Porch.
You know what? We were looking into Bella Porch. It's like, how the heck this girl have this much followers, and like her content, like no, I don't want to bash her or anything, but fucking boring. It's-
Boring for you, Because you're married.
She's not even that hot.
I would say that. She's got an appeal.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying she's ugly,
But
I've
I
seen
mean,
a
I
lot
get,
more.
I get
but for
why.
her to have that much, I think she's the most. She has the most followers in TikTok or something.
DEI, that's DEI working.
Wow.
What's the
Can
No,
you
no,
Google it?
that's
I forgot. Diversity,
Exclusion.
not exclusion, because you're trying to include everybody.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
there.
A lot of Bella Porch fans might attack us now.
Just you.
Well,
Get me off of that.
I was
I'm
just
okay
surprised.
with
It's
her.
like her
Yeah.
content was just
So you can say that's pretty much TikTok in a nutshell.
I guess that's not my taste then. It's
It's just that.
yeah.
And-
Senseless stuff
Yeah.
added that she's cute. So that's
She's married, right?
I'm not sure.
Or I think they got a divorce already. Have you seen her before without her surgery? I think she had surgery.
I think she did. Yeah.
I think that's why. I'll keep my comment to myself.
Well, she's Filipina. She's like Rudy Jules.
Well, she was like one of the few in the forefront of TikTok,
Yes.
right? And it got to a point where I guess when TikTok was really getting popular, she has already slowly building that
Yes.
fan base. She's in the line of like can't remember the names. KBOO, who else?
Like one of those.
Like those are like
The first wave.
first
First
wave.
wave.
That's
And
how
then-
And she maintained it.
And then she's got this ABG allure.
yeah, ABG Allure, and those were the times where K-pop or like K-pop, the Ahegaos, the
I'd say that's all because of COVID.
COVID and all
The Stop Asian Hate.
Yeah.
and
They did not just stop hating Asians. They went all the way to the other side. They went like overcompensating.
Yeah, I shouldn't be hating
Yeah.
because she's half Filipino, right?
I think she's full.
She's full Filipino. Oh yeah, adopted by.
she's
Yeah.
adopted. She
Okay.
was
I think that's why she's got that last
she
name.
got adopted when she was 3 years.
Just to be
old.
clear, I'm not hating. I was just baffled and surprised
Pussy.
on how she became this big
well,
with her
yeah,
content. Cause
It-
like I was hoping for something that's gonna catch my attention. So we were scrolling around like
if
I can't watch it.
he's gonna say it didn't catch his attention, but he kept on scrolling.
No, I'm trying to look for it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
know,
to
I
look
get you.
for content that's gonna be interesting, but it just made my head hurt.
You
How
don't
useless it is.
you don't sound
How-
like a hater. You know what you sound like?
An old guy.
Yep.
I'm just thinking
Everybody
I'm
goes
a
through
tito?
that. Yes. You don't sound like a hater. You sound like an
An
old guy.
an old guy around.
Yes.
Because I like contents that are interesting that I can learn something, and seeing that she has this much follower,
Yeah. How many followers does she have?
fucking six.
I don't know.
Fuck, she has views that are
60
like
million?
63 million, 70 million. Oh, what the?
Well, tell
Well,
those people.
Prove me wrong, but at this point, when you get that big, I'm pretty sure he has like someone who maintains her.
Well, that's
TikTok.
another.
Well, yeah,
that's another
another
discussion.
Yeah,
But just what she puts out. I mean, I don't get it, but at the same time, I get it. People want to see. Some people wanna see that.
93.9
As
million
of March
followers.
30, 2024.
Damn.
But good for her
Yeah,
because she
good
was
for her.
able to transition to music now.
Yeah, she sings
She was
well.
able to Filipina.
Yeah,
So
that's what I thought first, because I thought she was a singer. That's why
Mm,
she has a lot of followers. But when we are looking at her other content, like, no, she's not a singer.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to put out music there. Top 10 most influencers on. Oh, I thought she's number one.
I
guess
don't
it's
know.
not
I don't
you.
know how
Who's
accurate.
Kaby
this is.
Lame?
It's the
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were one of the first ones, right?
That's crazy, right? Just doing
like even that. Just
Very
doing that.
I like that. I like his content. Like, not gonna lie, fuck, I love his content.
I mean, it's funny, but
It's funny. It makes sense.
sometimes it just
Or maybe that's just my taste, right?
sometimes so you like what he does, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes the people who hate
fo-
on these kinds
Yeah.
of people, they just like deep in them, somebody got to that idea first before them.
He just had a Bad Boys cameo.
Who's bad boy?
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
mean?
It's Will Smith and
Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Well, it's big enough already.
But I don't know what else he does, but I know he
Besides
attends-
that,
No, I mean like
like what he transitioned to.
yeah, he still does it, right? Like Bella Porch did music. I don't
Yeah.
know what else he does. I never really looked into
Mhm.
anything.
Like comedy, probably. Skits. Well, he's been doing skits.
Yeah.
Like, that's skits already.
Yeah. Anyways, when you were saying in remember when I was asking you earlier what if you know what hapa meant?
Yes. What is
Yeah,
happening?
apparently
What's Hapa?
you know
Is that a Hawaiian thing?
apparently yes. So I think it's the term that they use for half white.
Hapa?
Yeah. And then
Hapa.
there's this one thing that I've only realized. I still might be wrong. You know how we used the term mestizo or mestiza before?
Yeah.
How do you understand it?
if they have fair skin,
Right?
if they're mixed with other
Apparently
other
that's
cultures.
the case.
yeah,
Before
Spanish, right? If they're Spanish and Filipino,
which pretty much means whiter.
yeah,
But apparently as long as you're mixed,
with
regardless if it's darker or
Okay.
lighter, it's still mestizo or mestiza.
like, what does mestizo really mean? Is that what it
Apparently
means?
mixed.
Like, not lighter skin.
Yeah.
So it's
But-
like
so.
But for us, like our notion of mixed is always with
Like
Whiter
fair
people.
skin.
because if you get mixed with somebody with an ethnicity that's browner, they sometimes still pass as Filipinos.
Yeah.
So, but apparently that's what it really means, like mixed.
Here,
yeah.
Does it say there that it needs to be like lighter?
Spanish,
Literally
Portuguese.
mixed person.
Yes.
Oh, but it's a person of mixed European and indigenous
Non-European,
non-European
ancestry.
ancestry. So you
Mm,
need to have European.
European still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna be that's gonna contribute to the fair skin.
Yes. But like our notion before,
Yeah.
mestizos and mestizas, white.
Yeah.
But-
Maputi.
All it means is like direct or rough translation is mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A love child of a love child of two different races.
How about those army bases though?
those are love child too?
I mean,
Or-
they're
or
not all
border-
white.
yeah, well,
They're not all white.
They're not really a love child. Lust child. Maybe
What if
lust
it's like a one night love?
Oh, so they're really one night love.
Well, haven't you seen like
Yeah, love at first sex.
haven't you seen like stories of like those like they were assigned to those bases and they were trying to like reconnect with the person that they met one time that they had a kid with.
Oh, they're trying to look for this
Yes, I've
girl.
seen some of those, yeah. So I'd say maybe that's love. Maybe.
There's a lot of 304. Is it right? 304s?
Yeah, I think that's the Miami area code.
No.
What is 304?
Am I right? 3. If you write that in the calculator
Okay. Oh,
and you reverse it, ho.
Can you that I didn't know. Can you check the Miami area code too? As I thought that's what it meant.
Oh, maybe
It might be a double meaning.
305. Close enough.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's 304.
Okay, that's why. Okay. Yeah, I think
Charleston.
that's one of Bella Porch's TikToks.
304.
No, that song "You Can't Make a Wife into a Hoe."
Oh, really?
You know that song? Have you heard of it?
Is that her song?
No, but she used it in one of her short videos.
And it became a hit.
I guess.
You
Oh, I
can't
forgot.
You
Yeah.
can't turn a wife into a hoe.
Yes. Or you can turn
A hoe into a wife.
yes, I think. That's the gist at least.
Build a bitch.
No, that's a whole different.
Oh, that's her own song.
yes.
Oh, there. Can't make a wife out of a hoe.
Oh, out of
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, Kid Leroy.
Yes.
Oh, that's an older song.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
yeah.
do you think about that?
What is?
Can you build a wife out of a hoe?
Well, you're gonna be a cock. So, I mean,
Would you date a stripper
I wouldn't ask.
or a porn star?
Ah, not me. I'm gonna be too insecure about it. I mean, sure. There's a school of thought where she's used or whatever. But just for me, I'm not gonna be able to deal with it.
Yeah. And plus, like, what other people will think too about your relationship, right? Because knowing you, knowing you listen to the public opinion.
Ah,
Well, if it's
depends.
love, if it's
Depends,
love, maybe
depends.
not.
Yeah, if there's really a
Yeah.
connection in it. But
But will you actually go to that point?
depends. Depends if there's really a connection.
Unless you didn't know, right? You
if
didn't
the
know.
whole if the
if the whole
if the
if the 304
if the stripper is really into One Piece, I might reconsider. Like deep talks
Oh.
about One Piece, maybe.
a stripper with one
Yeah.
piece,
Yes.
that's
Like
gonna
a
come off
singlet?
anyways. That's gonna come off anyways.
Like a
That-
singlet. We're talking about that One Piece. That skimpy One Piece.
We're talking about the Violet Myers of the world.
Who's that?
Huh?
She's a porn star and she really
Violet
likes anime.
Myers?
Mm,
Is she the one that does cosplay? Like for her scenes?
No, I don't know. I
Well,
just
there's
keep
so
see-
many people like
I just
that.
keep
anyways.
seeing him in this. I forgot what this.
we're crossing Rule 34 territory.
YouTuber's video, and then
I don't know her.
can't remember which one it was.
Mm.
Not familiar
No.
with. When did she start popping up?
I don't know.
Because I can, like, up to this point, I still know these people, but moving forwards, not anymore. I don't know her.
Is she? What's her ethnicity?
Ambiguous.
Is
I think
she
she's-
like
I think she's Latina.
Mia Khalifa?
Ah,
Oh, okay, Latina. Waifu Violet.
I would say we're, like, in the eyes of Westerners, we're more closer to Latinos.
I agree.
Right? In their
Very
eyes. In their eyes. Because, like, in our perspective, we know we're Asians. But if you really look at it,
I think that's just the easy way to categorize us.
yes, we're not.
into, like with the Latinos, but I don't classify myself as a Latino.
Well,
though.
we don't. We classify ourselves as Filipinos.
yeah.
But if you don't know anything, like say somebody looks at you,
Yeah.
not here in Winnipeg or not here in Canada,
In
because there's
the US, for
in the
example.
US, because there's too much of us here.
Yeah.
Like it's a given that this guy's gonna be Filipino. Like we're not a novelty here anymore.
No.
Put us somewhere like say Midwest. Don't go LA. They'd know. Don't go Cali.
San
They'd
Francisco,
know.
no. They
Maybe
know.
maybe also New York, because I don't think there's a lot of Filipinos there. But they wouldn't say Filipino. That wouldn't
Yeah.
be the first thing that comes to mind.
But I even get mistaken as a Mexican in Mexico.
Well, what's more?
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's more of a dilemma for you guys though? Being not classified as Asian, not being overclassified as Filipino,
That's why.
or
That's
I
why I
don't know, being
introed
classified
earlier.
as a Pacific Islander.
That's why I introed earlier. Pointless internet discussions.
Well, the right, like you guys never touched upon on that answer.
Well, you won't discuss that when you were still in the Philippines. I guess for you guys maybe. But when I moved here, that was the point where Filipinos aren't a novelty anymore.
It's just a commodity.
Yeah,
mean,
we
that's
got
why
too
it's-
much of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know you're Filipino.
When you
That's a
asked
given
me about
already.
my high school experience, right? So sea of Filipinos, and
See?
you can.
Like whenever I pass by your high school, it feels like I'm in Manila.
Yeah.
Like Filipinos everywhere there.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Well, what's our populace?
Well,
here
I
in
don't know
Manila
now. I don't know
nowadays,
now
right?
because right now there's another ethnic groups that's far more than our numbers.
But it's the Asians that aren't really considered as Asians.
Yeah.
The East Indians and us.
So do you like it or do you hate it?
Ah.
That there's more of us?
Being classified.
yeah,
being
I'm-
not classified as Asian.
I'm trying to think when it's convenient to be classified as Asian and when it's convenient to not be classified
Yes.
as Asian. I'm trying to think.
Exactly.
Yes. Whenever
If it's gonna
convenient.
benefit me, I
Yeah.
would love to
Okay,
be classified
I'm
as
Asian.
Filipino. I'm Asian. But if this person doesn't like Filipinos, or for example Asian, no, I'm not Asian. I'm Filipino.
Yes. Have you noticed?
If they start generalizing, let's
yeah, if
say
they talk about
Chinese,
if they
Oh,
start
good thing I'm
talking about
Filipino.
eating dogs.
eating
Uh,
dog. Oh, we don't eat dog. We're Filipinos.
That's not us. That's what I say. That's not us.
Only when we're drunk.
Or
like that. My family, at least.
or I tell them we don't eat dogs knowingly. That's what I
But
tell them.
has it ever negatively impacted your life, or you had a weird experience or bad experience from it?
No, not yet.
Like not here. I think. Wait. I think it's harder to move up in the ladder in a corporate setting here if you're a Filipino.
You
I
say
think.
so?
I think so.
I guess I haven't gotten to that point yet. And I think the people who can attest to that better are the ones who grew up here and then studied really studied university. Cuz us like say just in your case, you opted to go with LPN
Yeah.
instead of going through the whole
BN.
hullabaloo of
Well, it's
nursing
just
again.
it's just a fluke too. It feels like everything just aligned properly. That's why I went with LPN
Yes.
because that's the time in my life that do I really need to study nursing or should I just do something else in
Mhm.
university? And then it's like 5 days before my birthday too when I got
Mhm.
that call that I got accepted. So
Okay.
this is I believe in science. I believe in
Mhm.
those kinds of like timings and chances. So that's why I went for it
Mhm.
because this is a sign that maybe I need to finish it.
Cuz I've heard that notion where it's harder for us to succeed or to climb up.
Yeah.
Like there's barriers. I just let's say it's true. I just don't want us to have that mindset.
Yeah. You have to limit ourselves,
Yes.
right? Because of that barrier.
Yes.
But I think like truthfully speaking about this, I think there is.
I can't say because I haven't been in that position yet. So I'm gonna stay away
Yeah.
from saying that.
How about in a social setting?
Social setting? Like what do you mean? Like dating?
Or parties?
Or parties?
Work.
Like trying to bring home a
dating,
girl in our younger years?
Well,
Is that what your question is?
If you're talking about parties, I would say that Westerners have favorably talked about our parties or our gatherings.
they like to be invited
Yes.
to our parties, even though it's inconvenient for some Filipinos because they want to stick to speaking in Tagalog, right?
Mhm, yeah. Which
Because there's a big difference if you're going on a party with a Filipino party with older or guys that just immigrated from the Philippines here,
Yeah.
comparing to the parties with Filipinos that grew up here.
Mhm.
Big
Yep,
difference.
it's
It feels
a
like
big
you're in a white
difference.
party too.
Yeah.
There's no
Pretty much.
karaoke. There's not much. It's just gonna be drinking in a sports bar or
Mhm,
in a
yeah.
pub, or just drinking at home,
I'm
not
gonna.
playing anything.
I don't know if you guys have seen this one yet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw
Just
that
waiting.
when you sent it.
It's the Tupperware that got me.
Yeah. But that guy's raised Filipino though.
Is he? I just saw it one time. He
He's
looks
ethnically, I think he's half,
he looks Central Asian.
but
So
Yeah.
he's Bisaya.
Mm.
I've seen some of his clips.
that was a funny one.
Anyways, yeah.
I think socially, we are like people like people love us.
Yes.
Socially.
Yeah.
Like we're good. We're good at parties. We're very hospitable. We're fun to party with.
As the young people said it, Filipino parties are lit.
Yeah. Fire.
Fire.
Filipino parties are fire.
Is that gonna be the title
No.
of this episode? You're gonna add the fire emoji.
It's too try hard. Too tito.
I thought you were gonna say two Gen Z.
Yeah.
And
But-
they know when we're gonna be partying too. Like when if they find out that there's a Filipino coming to a white party,
Mhm.
they get excited.
No way.
Yeah.
Why?
I went to this white party, a bunch of guys from Port Prairie,
Okay.
but they're all doing their college here in Winnipeg. And there's only two of us Filipinos there,
Okay.
two or three, but yeah, it's a weird experience, but they like us.
Okay.
They accommodated us.
Okay.
They introduced us to everyone. They invited us to play games with them.
Mhm. When you said you were invited, I was kind of bracing already. Oh, that might be a you thing and not a Filipino thing, but apparently there's 2 or 3 of you
Yeah.
guys.
But I was the contact. I just
Mm.
brought these guys with me.
Okay.
Because the story is that's my classmate from LPN school.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, like that's I think that's the only party that I attended that I'm the minority.
Okay.
Because most of the time they're the minority.
Yes. Especially with how we do stuff here. It's
Yeah.
like we can insulate ourselves with our own people.
What?
We can insulate ourselves. Like
Can-
it's just us.
Oh,
We have
okay.
this bubble.
And that's my problem too, because whenever there's gonna be a non-Filipino person in the party,
Yeah.
it feels like it's my responsibility
Yeah.
to accommodate them.
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason, and then I'm the one that the other guys talk to tell, okay, go with that guy or that, make her comfortable.
Because they don't want to be burdened with having to speak English the
Yeah.
whole night.
And even though, and just seeing them being left out, it makes my heart heavy.
Because you don't want it to be you. You
Yeah.
know,
That's my problem. That's
it's
my
either
own.
you know how it feels or you know how it would feel.
Do you also accommodate more of like, for example, somebody new in the group? And
Yes.
Accommodate more.
I'm that person.
Ah.
But the problem now that I'm married is my
can-
wife thinks of it the other way, especially if it's girls or it's just like she doesn't like it.
Ah.
I remember it was your wedding in Kinloch, right?
Yeah.
And there's this dark skinned girls in your party and
South Asians?
no, black. they're black.
Okay.
They're black. And I was talking to them, and I was just accommodating because I think there's only two of them. No,
Mhm.
there's only one.
I guess friends of your wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
coworker, maybe. Can remember because I was like drunk that time too.
Okay.
And my wife the next day she was pissed
Why?
because like the whole time you were just ignoring me. You were just partying with these girls,
Ah.
and then I guess she got jealous.
Is this something you want to include in the?
We'll see. We'll see how. We talked about it.
But
I'm just
He's
saying.
the last touch
this is-
anyway, so
Yeah, I'm just saying this is my gift and my curse
but
that I'm too accommodating.
yeah.
But no strings attached. I wasn't hitting on her. I wasn't. No. I'm not hitting on her. It's just my responsibility as Jan V to make them feel comfortable because they're the minority.
But going back to your what's the word? Being accommodating, right? I do that
Mhm.
too. I hate it when other people
You are
take it,
your brother's brother.
I hate it when other people take it the wrong way, right? Especially like for example, the party setting a different your one of your friends bring a stranger to the party and they're the one who don't accommodate this person. And
Yeah,
this person is just sitting in the corner, just like wiping off the sweat off his beer can.
no, or just keep on just swiping his phone. I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna say.
Swa-
Just playing with his phone. You feel bad, right?
yeah, and you just want to like include the guy.
I had this agreement with my wife that if ever you're gonna bring me to your function, I'm gonna use you as the butt of the joke. That's how I will be able to get in on the good sides of
Oh,
your group.
has that happened before?
Yes,
How did it end up?
it was okay. Like she's got this thing where like her friends never really knew of me up until we were gonna get married.
Okay.
So they were kind of against her getting married with me and then moving here because they didn't know me.
Yeah.
But then once they got to meet me, oh, she's okay. She's in good hands.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, that's an agreement I had with her that you're gonna have to take this on the chin
Oh.
because that this is how of course I'm not gonna be like putting her down or whatever.
Yeah.
That's gonna be too much.
Yeah, you're not gonna be
there's a fine line.
disrespecting her.
It's still gonna be it
Yeah.
still should be playful.
Yeah.
But that's with her functions.
Just a
That's
fun
her
poke.
side that's her group. I think it's still different
If it's your group.
if it's both of us who are like new to the party.
Oh, okay.
There's
It's like you're gonna be asking them about questions like, oh, is she always like this with you guys? Something like that, like playfully,
yes, pretty
like
much.
like
Yeah.
those kind of jokes.
Now I like bringing her to some functions because at least I'm not gonna be out of place anymore because I'm just gonna talk to her instead.
Oh, okay.
So
Have you guys ever been to a function that you guys don't know anyone
nope.
and there's no reason for you guys to be there, but you're just there? I'm not
Nope.
talking about concerts or those kinds of
Well, there's
activities.
like
Like that-
concerts. There's
yeah,
a
yeah,
reason for
that's
you
given.
to be there.
That's given.
Yeah.
But going to a party or a social event that you're just there for, you just don't know why you're there.
Okay, 2x go. I think that's mostly you.
I
How
guess
about you? I
a
think you-
social counts, right?
Well, you've been
Mm.
invited because you know the person that's gonna get married,
There's a
or
reason
Well,
for
your
you to
friend,
be there.
or your friend sold you tickets.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
you still
thing.
know someone.
Yeah.
No, I'm just listing like social kinda, a social sort of kinda counts, right? Especially if the
Well,
soon to be groom and the bride.
because you know what,
don't even know.
socials are socials here in
Well, okay, give an
Manitoba, in
example.
Winnipeg. When I was, me and JP, for some reason, we went to a hotel, and there's a party there in their banquet, and then we just went inside and partied there.
Mm-hmm.
So you
not
just
knowing-
crash the party.
Yeah, we're like wedding crash. It's like wedding crasher style. But
no.
but he's
No.
the thing is like there's two of us, right? So I
Yeah.
still know someone, but other than that, we don't know anyone else.
I would say there's a reason for you guys to be there. You
Why?
know what the reason is?
Why?
The party.
The party?
Yeah. But yeah, I get what you mean. No. I haven't been in that position.
No.
No.
Well, I've been to a few, I guess social events that you'd prefer not to be there.
That's a whole different
Oh, that's
discussion.
different.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were
Oh
trying
no.
to.
I'm talking about a party or a social event that you just managed to be there without knowing anyone.
or at least
Like
not
no one
know.
invited you. You
Mm.
just came there unannounced, uninvited.
Well, that's a whole different
Yeah.
thing too.
You just crashed the party.
Yeah, that's pretty much party crashing.
But yeah, you know what? Thinking back, I had a lot of interesting stories here.
I think not just here.
Yeah, even back home.
Yeah, you're
But
just an
yeah.
interesting person.
Very
Period.
very interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of missed opportunities
Mm-hmm.
that could have transitioned to a wilder party. Like those are the stuff that I remember
Mhm.
and I feel shitty thinking about it. Like it could have been something more.
Mm,
But there are people that's holding me back.
could have been the brownie sprinkles
What probably
on the white Sunday. Could have
Yeah.
been.
It's crazy. Well,
You could have been the chocolate chip
Well,
on the vanilla
have
frosting.
you attended more white parties than Asian parties?
no, I said they only attended one.
No, no. Again, like go talking about parties. Have you attended more parties than Asian parties?
I,
Do
I
you
attended
think?
more Asian parties for sure.
Like not counting Filipino parties, like actual I don't know Chinese or Japanese
East
or
Asian.
Korean East Asian
not-
parties.
That's the
Like, have you
thing,
ever
there's-
been invited to one
I've been
of those?
invited to a Vietnamese party, but
Mm.
not really. It's more of gambling.
But-
We were drinking. It's this restaurant. It's a Vietnamese restaurant. We were drinking. I don't know how we were drinking from one place to another, and then we ended up like it's foggy. We ended
Mhm.
up drinking in the on because like the main floor is the restaurant, and then the second floor is the living quarters. That's where
Yeah.
the room is. We were drinking there, and then all of a sudden, we went down to the restaurant. They closed this one area. This is like 4 a.m., 3 a.m.
Mhm.
And we started playing poker.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's
That's
just,
the whole shtick of
that's
the party.
that's the party.
Okay.
It's just from one place to another, and then
Didn't play mahjong or whatever.
no, we played poker.
Just poker.
Fuck, I made a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's crazy how
With poker.
with poker.
Okay,
Because I play poker, right?
I thought I just made money. Period.
No.
But yeah, that's like thinking about your story. It just suddenly hit me that I've never been to a lot of East Asian parties, and I realized I don't have much East Asian.
Asian
And the
friends-
thing here,
friends.
there's not a lot of East Asians here, except Chinese,
They're
True.
all in Pembina.
and they have
In the
this
south.
tendency to stick together.
Yeah, stick
To
together.
stick
The
together.
same as
Pretty
us.
much, we're more.
They're like Filipinos too, but they're more snob, I
we,
think.
we have
Or the
I think
language
we're more-
barrier.
that could
I
be
think
the
so.
case,
Yeah, maybe it's a
but I feel like we are more suited to assimilate than them,
yeah.
even comparing to East Indians.
Do you think it's a cultural thing?
I'd say so. I
Yeah.
think that's why
I think we're trained. We're trained to assimilate.
we're more
to other
comfortable at
cultures.
least. Yeah.
I still yet to be invited in an East Indian party. I haven't been to an East Indian party. Yeah, I want to drink with East Indians.
What would you expect in an East Indian party?
Did you know that if you're gonna be visiting a household, like their household, they're the one that's gonna give you gifts.
Oh, really?
Like when you leave.
Really?
Yes, not food,
Not
like gifts
okay.
can be appliances
No way.
or dishes or like those kind of stuff or
Okay.
jewelry. I don't know.
Can you
But
wish?
yeah,
Can you wish what? You
like a
wanna
wish
get?
list.
Yeah.
It's up to them what they're gonna give. Because that's what I learned from.
M2 Mac Mini.
I was about to say an iPad Pro.
Yeah. M4.
12.9.
Yeah. With the Apple Pencil Pro.
You can toss in a Magic Keyboard too if you want.
Yeah.
Magic keyboard is just their regular keyboard, right?
Now you're just being racist. You're making them genies.
I wasn't even implying that.
Sure.
You're the one who thought of it.
But I
Wait.
like their culture. I like
Wait, so
there are some cultures that are like they have a lot of traditions. It
Mhm.
feels like us Filipinos like we do have traditions, right? We do
Yeah.
have stuff that we do, but it's not as rich. If you compare it to other cultures,
Mhm.
we tend to I don't know, like when I'm watching cultural shows, because like whenever
Mhm.
I go, let's say when I went to Hawaii, I went to the what do you call that, Tix? Um, that it's like a cultural show
Polynesian Cultural
Yeah.
Center.
Polynesian PCC, Polynesian Cultural Center. It's like a tongue twister. So they show off their programs, their culture, their like their natives, their everything about their culture, their stories.
Mhm.
And then in Mexico, like Mexico and Philippines almost like the same,
Pretty much the same.
just a little bit richer because of the Mayans.
Mhm.
Because I know we do have something like that, but we didn't actually we didn't make it big. We didn't actually
Yes.
like the government didn't fund it to teach that to everyone. We stick more about our Hispanic culture.
There's
Like,
this.
do you agree?
There's this discussion about us as a whole turning our backs on the indigenous peoples of the Philippines. I get what you mean that it's not rich. I would disagree that it's not rich, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like there is a lot in our culture that was borrowed
Borrowed from
and
other.
then owned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I wish I knew more about the actual indigenous culture from the
Yes.
Philippines, right? Because we
Like
know,
the practices.
yeah,
or
we
whatever.
know, we know the Spanish culture we inherited, right?
Yes.
But I know nothing about
The tribal
the
the
tribal
ceremonies.
the tribal people we have, right? Like what culture they have. Like is it the same as this or that? I don't want to say the same. Like does it
Yeah.
have similarities to this and that,
Mhm.
right?
You'd want to see if it was also borrowed or is it like
Like really different.
originally
Not even
them.
yeah, but yeah, that. But it's just this curious, like I have no information about it. I can't, it's like the phrase you keep using. I have no information about this, so I can't talk about it.
Because we have indigenous people from the mountains.
Yeah.
We got coastal indigenous people.
Yeah, the Bajau, right?
Yes.
That's
And-
rich too. That they have a rich culture.
And then the indigenous people of the plains are mostly the ones who transitioned, I would say. So yeah, I get what you mean that it's not rich. I wouldn't say it's not
It's
rich,
not. Yeah.
but
It could have been
feels-
richer.
It feels
Yeah.
half baked.
Yeah.
Like we could have gone full indigenous or we could have gone full colonized.
Yeah.
We're in the middle. That's why for me that's why it feels that way.
We're going to the what ifs.
Like me, it feels like they promoted more of the Hispanic culture
The borrowed.
onwards. The borrowed
Not
culture.
just Hispanic actually.
Even
Most-
the Americans, right?
Even Americans. The borrowed.
But they skipped out on the indigenous side.
It could be said that it's been erased when we got colonized. Could be.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think that's one downside.
But I'm pretty sure if they wanna learn more about it, they can do some research because there's still some tribes around in the Philippines
Dwindling.
dwindling. Yeah.
Yes.
If you're gonna be able to talk to them, right, without getting
Yes.
yourself killed.
Yes. Or not having to inconvenience yourself going up the mountains.
Yeah.
Have you seen those hanging coffins?
I've always
Somewhere.
wanted to go there.
I've been there.
Batanes, right?
No.
Oh.
Sagada.
Sagada. That's really
Yes.
far.
Yes, it's farther than Baguio. But it's really chill there. It's like
Yeah, chilly.
when you're there, you know you're in the Philippines, but you know you're
Like in the north.
somewhere like remote in the Philippines.
Is it scary to be there? Like, that
No.
eerie feeling?
No,
No?
no. It was chill.
Chill. No, I mean like seeing the hanging coffins.
No.
No?
No. We have pictures of it actually.
Oh,
No.
okay. But
It's
are
not
there really
eerie.
corpse inside?
We didn't get to check.
Oh, okay.
It was like just the
You just
backdrop.
peek. Yeah, because it's up in the mountains, right?
Yes, but
But can you
it's not
climb
really,
it?
It's not really up in the mountains. It's like the sides of the mountains. Because you're
Oh, okay.
already in the mountains.
it's on the cliffs.
Yes. Not really cliffs, but mostly. Is it cliffs?
I
Maybe.
can't remember. I've
But
never
it's on
been
the
there. I only see
sides.
pictures, right? So I can't.
Because
So-
that's further than Baguio, right?
Yes. up north.
Up north.
So if ever you're gonna go there.
Yeah, I
Try. Because it's one bus ride. It's one bus ride.
from Cavite.
From Manila.
Okay.
Come on now.
Nice.
You're asking for too much.
I don't know how big this is in the TV.
But I'm
Yes.
pretty sure I'm gonna be driving. Knowing myself, I'll be driving. It's
Mm.
hard. No, I'll be driving regardless. Knowing myself, I'm not gonna
Mm.
be taking public transportation. I like
Okay.
that convenience, and I like to stop whenever I can.
Mm-hmm.
I know it might be inconvenience, but for me, it's a convenience,
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
especially for the people around me too.
The Sagada people have been practicing such burials for over 2,000 years.
Yes, that's a thing of theirs, of their own.
Like
Learn
we have,
something new.
yeah. See, imagine this: if we actually compile all this stuff and teach this, 'cause now it's getting better because of social media,
Yes. There's
right?
more
Because of
um,
internet.
there's more of a lens that's directed to it,
Yeah.
at least.
So I don't remember like reading this in our books before. Do you?
Mhm. I remember
You remember? Oh,
Yes.
they talked about it?
a
Okay.
bit.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
Because I'm Filipino.
I like how nonchalant that yep is.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
remember.
there's a lot of stuff in school that people like us didn't really care about. But I'm a dork, so
No, okay.
that's
Maybe
why, that's
the
why I suck at math.
suck at math too.
Not as much as me though.
But yeah, like when I visit Philippines again, whenever that will be,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be staying much in Cavite or Manila. I'm gonna be hopefully I'll be able to explore.
Because the culture in our town mostly borrowed
Yeah,
from the colonizers.
that's right. I've never been to Cebu. I've never been to
Borrowed.
Bohol.
Borrowed.
Never
culture
been to
there,
anywhere
borrowed.
in Visayas and Mindanao.
Mindanao, I think is more. I'd say is more. They've got their own culture going too, which is closer to
The
indigenous Philippines
Indigenous. Yeah.
compared to Luzon and Visayas. I would
Unless
say.
you go to northern Luzon,
Because
right?
Visayas is where they landed.
The Spanish landed.
first. Yes.
Yes. I really want to attend that
Sinulog.
that part. Yes, in Ulog. I heard it's crazy.
That's Spanish. That's
Yeah.
borrowed.
So it doesn't matter.
Yes. Well, it's party. But if we're talking about like
Like
authentic
yeah,
Filipino
traditions,
culture. Yeah. Like even Filipino is it came from the colonizers.
Yeah.
Us, like our religion.
Yes,
that's,
religion.
That separates us from other Asian countries.
In Korea, there's a lot more Catholics now, specifically
They're not
Buddhists.
theocentric. Which means their country didn't have to be like one
like one religion.
one religion
Like in China, it's mostly Buddhism, right?
before.
It's a lot of
Before?
Apparently, when the CCP came in, what the Chinese culture is starting to get erased.
Mm.
Apparently, like if you get to ask the first wave of Chinese immigrants here in North America, what China is right now isn't the China that they grew up in.
Oh, okay.
Because apparently the CCP, which is the Chinese Communist Party, they're trying to remove any other influences besides the government.
Okay. It's all
They're
about the
trying to remove
communists, yeah.
religion. I heard there's Uyghurs.
Uyghurs?
UYGUR.
UY
Muslim Chinese.
Uyghur? Oh, okay.
Oh
or-
yeah, that's being doing the
In
gen-
camps.
Yeah.
They are
The
in,
Uyghurs?
in internment camps.
yeah, this
apparently.
one Turkey.
Yes.
Yeah, Turkish.
They are they the ones who've been are they being
Prosecuted.
yeah
I
I,
think-
can't think of the word.
They're
I'm
but
thinking of
they're
the word genocide, but something
Okay.
related to that.
not genocide because that's
I know,
yeah,
it's but some
prosecuted.
almost something similar.
Yes.
But I can't.
Apparently,
think of that
I don't know the facts about it, but I've heard of them being in internment camps because they're trying to remove all other influences besides the government.
Mm.
it's only the government that you need to follow.
Yeah.
No religion, no idols, no celebrities bigger than the government or whatever. That's what I've heard.
I wonder why Beanie went to China for their
Yeah.
concert. I'm curious too. Like of all places. Well, it's I don't know how they became big in, but still, how
Yes.
are they big in China? I wonder why. Or are there a lot of Filipinos in China?
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
curious about that.
That's well. Since since you brought in Beanie, they might be behind with like those Asian pop groups,
Yeah.
but I
Who,
would
Beanie or China?
Beanie.
Okay.
But at least all of them can sing,
Yeah.
which is the martial art of Filipinos.
Plus China
Singing
has a
and
lot.
nursing.
Plus China has a lot of girl groups, pop groups as well.
But not as big as
Korea.
Korea.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my new um what's the term?
Your new obsession
My
right
new
now.
obsession, Sal.
Yeah.
Beanie.
Yeah.
I know all their names now.
What's
Considering
their sign though? What's their sign?
the Blooms,
No, that's the
sign?
fans.
the fans have Blooms.
Oh, I might be doing it wrong.
Oh, their gang
Yes.
sign.
Yeah.
How is that?
I don't know. I just saw
V?
them do that. So I don't know.
Okay, we'll
But-
look. Yeah, look up Beanie's sign.
Or-
I'm a Bloom. I love Beanie, but I
You're
cringe.
blue.
I'm a Bloom.
Let's not do that.
What
Beanie
the-
intro?
Homophobe. Just so Vice ganda and then come on now. You're in the West now. Yeah, there. Yeah, Yeah. they're
It's a
that's how
triangle.
they're like how they introduce themselves.
Okay, but yeah, that. Oh yeah, I guess we can cut it anyway.
There. No.
Oh, they're still young. Yeah.
I think this is
Fucking,
way too
probably
early.
like
I think
I think 2018 is when they started.
yeah.
When they started training.
Oh, there. Look. Oh no, they didn't. They just greeted. Come on now.
Yeah, cause
Oh, who's that, Tita?
oh, their parents
Maybe.
or
Come
producers.
on, Come on, Tita.
Oh, producers, I guess.
Come on. Oh, I don't need you there.
Beanie, hello. Okay, Sir Marty. You actually met them before.
What? You met them before?
No, I'm just reading the subtitle.
Oh, okay. I
I
couldn't
will
read it.
never forget you were so good. Ah, Kuya Marty is your #1 fan. They're here with
But
us.
yeah,
with Visual
this.
Canal. Did they do
Okay.
it?
No.
No, it looks like a triangle more than that. It looks like it was closed
No,
off
it
on the
looks like
top.
a flower.
Not on my side here.
But yeah, I think that's how they do it. They might be behind, but at least
At least we have something
All
like
of-
this now.
all of them can sing.
And they're good too.
They're
Like you
good,
know
yeah.
what their level? It's they don't try to compete with each other's energy.
Mm-hmm.
They all like they have a nice flow. They have I like how they present themselves in the stage.
I would say
It's not messy.
that's more chemistry.
Chemistry.
But I'm talking about just
No, I don't know if
them-
it's chemistry. I think it's like they trained hard for that to attain that skill. Because they're very synchronized too.
yes, but I mean individually, they
Yeah.
all can sing. Unlike other pop groups, mostly K-pop,
Yeah. Like
only
is a
one's gonna
dancer,
be yes.
one dancer, one rapper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Them,
Like they can
they all can sing.
like they're versatile.
Yes. Like they don't need like all of them can belt, but they don't really need to belt,
Yeah.
but they can.
They
So-
can.
So yeah.
I like their if I just look at them individually,
Yeah.
if they're not performing, they're okay. But once they start performing,
Uh,
a lot better. Like you know, they just look a lot better.
That's a variation of the cheerleader effect.
Yeah.
So when somebody is claiming to be Filipino, like say celebrities,
Okay.
do you ride the train?
I make fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, proud to be Pinoy, proud to be Like, are you talking about those half Filipino, half something else?
Whoever.
Let's
Like
say
say,
Nicole Scherzinger,
yeah.
Bruno Mars.
I'd never.
Who's that other one that actually tried to advertise it so that I think it's from TikTok or something or
Those ones though, I never heard
they
them. Oh, I like.
I'm not sure.
I like adobo.
They probably didn't advertise it, but
Yeah.
they people started to cheer for them or
Mm-hmm.
they started to be on the news because or here maybe those YouTube channels that they clickbaits.
Oh, you're talking about Pinoy baiting.
Yeah, Pinoy baiting.
Yeah. No,
That
I
one
mean,
too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like those Filipinos that are advertising themselves because they're Philippine they're half Filipinos, right? Or
or
pure Filipinos that grew up in
yes,
in
yes.
other countries.
But there's this one American Idol candidate. Everybody from the Philippines was trying to get behind her because she's Filipina. But she herself said,
She's
I
just
have
American.
Filipina blood, but
She's-
I was never raised as a Filipina. So she was trying to like try to be not authentic, but she didn't
that
want there
pressure.
to be a miscommunication
Oh, okay.
at least.
I think you mentioned that before, but yeah, like that's we as Filipinos, we get too proud whenever
Yes.
a fellow Filipino, even though they're half, quarter, or a part
One
of
eighth.
themselves
Yeah.
are Filipinos in they have Filipino in their blood, we
Yeah.
get excited, cause are we yearning for that attention
For
to
that
be
validation.
yeah for that validation to be known in the world that we Filipino can excel too.
Could be, but it can also stem from we don't really have that much representation.
Yeah.
Which is I don't mind because if we get some representation, I feel like that's just a brown western. Because as you said earlier, like our culture isn't really like rich
Yeah. Or we're lacking.
or we're lacking.
Or
Yes.
it could have been better.
Oh, yep.
Because like we have a rich culture, but we didn't actually invest in it to be known to other people.
Yes. I wouldn't say that it's inauthentically Filipino. It is going to be authentically Filipino. It's just that this one thing can also be seen with other ethnicities
Yeah.
because it's been borrowed from colonizers.
Yeah. Because like how long? Like 300 years, right?
Yeah, and then it's just Filipinized.
Yeah.
300 years, and that's just the Spanish. That's just the Spaniards. That doesn't count yet
The Japanese.
the Japanese isn't really
Americans.
long. The
Yeah, is it
Americans,
10 years for the
yes,
Japanese?
but
or
not
8?
as long as the American.
Americans.
Yes, not as long as the American occupation. Just like our government structure,
Yeah,
we
that's
are a
American.
constitutional republic. We got that from
The Americans.
the Americans. Yes.
Because what's the is well, there's presidents too with the Spanish government, right? Or is it prime minister?
I'm not really sure, but yes, they are a democratic,
Yeah,
Country.
the democratic country, but I
but
don't know how
there's
their
no
layout is.
constitution, which is like a really powerful document. Yes. So, you want to do hypotheticals?
Do you have a hypothetical?
Something close.
Okay,
Besides Filipino or white, which ethnicity would you want to be if you were reborn?
besides Filipino or white,
Yes.
well, white is very broad.
Okay.
Or American.
Yes, not American or not
Canadian.
British. Not North
British.
American and not British.
You know what? No disrespect to what our country has experienced in the past, but I think I'm gonna go with being a Japanese.
Okay.
Being Japanese.
Okay. You're gonna go Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to explain further why?
Up to you.
Okay. Because I just like how Japanese operate, that they focus on perfection,
Mm-hmm.
which can be a double-edged sword, because
Yes.
that's how other Japanese have their life miserable too, because
Yes. The
it's
pursuit of
yeah, the
perfection.
pursuit of perfection,
Yes.
the rat race. It's
Yep.
very hard, but it's just like how they are as a person,
Yes.
disciplined, and it's just amazing how they operate in the world, right? How they're the technology and the food.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Even
I love
food they
Japanese food
perfected.
too, so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
I would say East Indian.
Is Indian?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
interesting.
it's pretty familiar.
Oh, is it? I don't.
Like their metro is um popula- uh
Wait.
population dense. Same close skin color. I feel like they are I feel like they are us, but instead of Spaniards and Americans, it was the British who colonized
Who
them.
colonized them?
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
pretty familiar.
Our brown friends.
Yes.
Our
Brown
passport.
brethren.
What? No, no, not passport buddies. Immigration buddies.
Yes, immigration buddies. Wherever you guys are, that's where we are too.
Yeah.
Let's not debate whoever got there first.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a heated one. But they're more braver with um they are not braver.
Thick-skinned.
They are bolder with their moves
Oh,
in
okay.
terms of immigration.
Immigration.
Because they've been doing it longer than us at
Yeah.
least. Because even in the States there's more of them.
But I don't know if that's a general East Indian thing. Cause now I'm not sure. Cause like when I'm reading about, it sounds like it's more of a regional immigration.
Mm,
So it's not really the whole East India that's immigrating.
okay.
Especially, I'm talking about here in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
right? I
Maybe
don't know about the USA or other parts of the world.
maybe it's because of their caste system. That's why it's regional. Like there's more richer people that are
In the
concentrated
capital,
in
yeah,
one region,
possible.
right? Maybe.
Yeah, because I heard that it's northern India. That's where more of the immigrants are coming from.
Because that's where that might be because that's where the higher caste people
No,
came
I
from.
think lower in northern.
In northern?
India. Yeah, because that's where the farmers are. Wait, am I confused
Well,
with southern?
farmers can get
Okay,
rich
wait.
though, right?
Nah, I don't.
They
Well,
they've
just
got
like
more capacity.
just like Philippines, right? That's what you said.
That's the thing.
They're like closely related to the Philippines. Like with their, I think their farmers too are like the Philippines. That they're not
where they get exploited.
the landowners. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Because the farmers in the Philippines aren't necessarily landowners.
Yeah, they're exploited.
Yes.
They're just workhorses.
the same as India.
I'm not sure, but
Because it might be a different thing with India
yeah,
where
but I think because that's what I heard from the news,
Mhm.
that they're farmers.
Mhm. And our notion of farmers are poor.
Yeah,
It might be a
which is
different case
sad.
with them. Because
Sad,
just
right?
look here in North America.
All the farmers are rich.
are rich because
Yeah.
they've got their land
Their
as their
land, yes.
assets.
And there's like subsidies. There's like grants from the government, because no one wants to be a farmer anymore.
Yes.
Truthfully speaking, the
It's
younger
just-
generation.
It's hard work. Because it's hard
It's
work.
hard work. It's physical work. Physical
But-
demanding.
But
But someone has to do it.
yes, someone
right?
has to do it, and they don't see the pros of
Yeah.
being a farmer.
That's right.
Yeah.
They just look at the hardship,
Yes.
the struggle.
They don't see the fruits,
Yes.
or the potential fruits
yeah,
of
the
being a farmer.
benefits.
It's not glamorous. It's not a
Yeah.
glamorous undertaking.
Yeah, even if you get a foreign worker from somewhere else, it's gonna be
Yeah.
faster if you can get a farmer here.
Yes.
If you have a farmland, you have a agriculture business,
Yes.
it's easy to get foreign worker.
Yep.
That's the way to go. I don't know why we're not actually focusing on exporting farmers. But well, the problem is we're not used to the equipments.
Exporting,
Like
importing
farmers.
from here.
No, yeah,
Here importing here.
yeah, exporting
from
from
the
Philippines.
They
to
did
here.
those in Japan. They imported farmers from the
Oh,
Philippines.
okay.
Yes.
Because they're good
they're
with
good,
technology
but
and the studies.
they still need to undergo training.
Yeah, oh, okay.
But there's like a handful of people who opted with it because farming isn't glamorous.
But I've never met a Japanese farmer here in Canada.
Because they don't have to move.
Oh, okay.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I think that's my take on it. That's why we don't see a lot of East Asians here in
Here.
Canada, at least.
Mm.
Or here in Winnipeg.
In Winnipeg, in Manitoba.
Yes. Because it doesn't seem to be a step up from their lives back from where they are.
Yeah. And plus, like, they're not a third world country, anyways.
Yes.
Why would they go through that trouble?
Yep.
Nah.
So OCP went ahead. Need to fulfill some husband duties.
Yeah.
So we hope you got to enjoy listening to some pointless discussions.
Yeah.
Might be pointless, but we
Like,
hope,
maybe it's
hopefully
gonna
it might
open
be
up a part of
entertaining,
your
yes.
brain, right?
Something
About this stuff too.
something that you wouldn't probably be hearing from your home, in your workplace, or whatever. Hope it was entertaining for you guys. I would say this would be something that Filipinos back home wouldn't have to consider thinking
Yeah.
about,
It's gonna be hard to swallow. It's gonna be hard to understand for them.
because they're all browns there.
Yeah.
You might be like mestizo or mestiza, but you're the lightest shade of brown. You're still brown.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, you got Edmund here,
You got me 2X
and this
is
is
the
the
Twice the D
podcast.
podcast.
Thank you for listening.
listening and watching. Bye bye.